Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Glow Up Guide. So today's episode is all about beauty routines. I'm going to be talking about my personal beauty routine, my favorite products, some random tips and tricks I've learned with time. This is also the final episode of the Get My Life Together era series. I'll be honest, this isn't even much of a series because all my other series have been focused on a specific topic because I have my friendship talk series, and then there's the time management and productivity one, and then the part 1 and 2 of the all things skincare. They've been focused on a very specific topic. And this series is literally a month overdue, but on the bright side, it did get me out of not being able to come up with any ideas for what to talk about to having way too many things to talk about. So I'm thankful for that. I literally have all my ideas planned out for the rest of this year. I'm not even kidding, which is actually amazing because I literally had no idea what to write about, but this got me out of that. And now look at me, I have ideas for the rest of the year and then possibly one more. So yeah, that's that. But if there's any specific topics you want to see, send me an email or send me a DM on Instagram or something like that. Definitely do that, or put a comment section. I think comments are only on Spotify, but if you're on Spotify, you can put a comment. So do that, please. But yeah, there's that. Okay. So what else? Okay, so podcast updates. Let's do that. So the past 2 weeks I haven't posted an episode update, and the 22nd I simply forgot, and then the 29th I also forgot, but then I remembered very late in the week. So oh well, but I need to get back on track with that. It's been well over a month, and I'm still working on getting back on track with Instagram. I want to learn about video content creation because I suck at making videos. So I want to learn about that. I'm really trying to get that done. But yeah, that's something that I really want to do. So I'm looking forward to doing that. What else? So if you guys haven't seen on my Instagram, because I literally have 14 freaking followers right now, not exactly the best, but we hit 500 plays, which is amazing. I am so happy that that's actually the first big milestone I've hit, the first play and then the first 100 plays and then now this, and hopefully by a while from now, hopefully soon, maybe within the next 6 months, I'll be at 1,000 plays, and I'm really hoping that with every play I get, this podcast grows more and more. I really want this to become something, within a few years. So yeah, I'm really hoping that happens. But yeah, I just love this podcast, and we couldn't have gotten to that milestone without all of you guys, because obviously I created all of this stuff, but you people are the ones that listen to it and have actually made this something. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm just really thankful for that. Okay, so now that's it for the podcast updates. Now, life updates. So, we had a long weekend. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we had Thursday and Friday off, so that was kind of odd. Thursday honestly kind of sucked. I was just bored for 3 hours straight in the evening. And then Friday was pretty fun, and then Saturday was Saturday, and then today was today. So, that was pretty good. What else happened? Oh, Saturday. So I had a soccer game yesterday that freaking sucked. We tied, but I was literally playing for about 5 minutes the whole time, which was really bad, but I can't really do anything about it, so whoop-de-doo. And then I called my best friend. She lives halfway across the world on Thursday, Friday, and today, because now we have a standing call date, I guess, every Sunday. So that's really fun. And I miss talking to her. The last time I talked to her before this weekend was probably back, maybe in the summer once, or maybe back in the spring. I don't really know. It's been so long. And now now I get to talk to her every week because we just decided we're gonna do that. So that's really fun, and that was probably one of the highlights of my week, honestly. But yeah, that was amazing. Okay. So yeah, that's life and podcast updates. Before moving on, let's do one thing we're grateful for and one thing we're happy about, plus our book of the week. Okay, so my one thing I'm grateful for is all of you, obviously, because I mentioned we hit 500 plays, and that would not have happened without you people listening to it and doing all of that. So I'm very thankful for all of the people that listen to this podcast. So yeah, and then one thing I'm happy about, this is really stupid actually, but I washed my hair today, and it's been so freaking long since I washed my hair, maybe even close to like 2 weeks. But I just kept procrastinating it because I felt like, oh well, I don't need to do it today. And then today I was just like, okay, I need to do it. So I oiled my hair this morning, and then I did stuff, and then I washed my hair, and now my hair is still like half dry. But yeah, it feels so good though to like get all that stupid freaking dirt and grime out of my hair and have its volume back, because the dirt was just like weighing it down and it looked super thin and flabby. And it was like half straight. I'm not even kidding. It was like straight-ish, wavy-ish, but it looked kind of ugly. So yeah, I'm really happy that I washed my hair. Kind of stupid, but yeah. Okay, so now our book of the week is The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. So this book is actually the sequel to the book The Housemaid, by her, and it's a psychological thriller. And these two books, they're probably falling under my list of favorite books I've ever read. It's so freaking good. Like, I'm not even kidding. So basically, there's this girl, Millie, and she spent 10 years in prison. I don't remember what for, and I don't even know if it mentioned it in the books. But yeah, so it's hard for her to find work, and she's not exactly doing great. She's kind of broke. So the Garricks, they gave her a job, and they have a penthouse. They're very rich. So she can work there and just, lie low until she gets what she wants. Everything's almost perfect, but she still hasn't met Mrs. Garrick or seen inside that guest bedroom. She's pretty sure that she can hear Mrs. Garrick crying, and there's spots of blood around the neck of the white nightgowns when she's doing laundry. And then one day she just knocks on the door, but what she sees inside changes absolutely everything. And then she makes a promise to Mrs. Garrick. She's done this before. She can help Mrs. Garrick while keeping her own secrets locked up safe. So she decides that Douglas Garrick has done wrong and he's going to pay. It's a simple question of how far she's willing to go, though. So that was mostly a summary of the back cover of this book, but it's an amazing book. I'm not even kidding. Like, I just started reading it today, but I'm at page 79. So yeah, it's super good. I love it, but then again, I also read very fast, but it's still a very good book, and I'm trying to save it because I have literally no books to read right now. I placed a bunch of holds from the public library. They're probably gonna come in a few days. But I have basically no books to read right now, so I'm like trying to save it, and because I need books to read for school, like if we finish our work early or during like resource, which is basically like a time we have to do our homework. There's like a mandated 10 minutes of reading and English class. Like, we need books. Like, the number one thing that, like, they ask us to keep a book with us at all times because you never know when it's going to be useful. So yeah, I need a book for school, and I need a good book for school. So yeah, that's why I'm just like keeping this, saving it until I can get some more books. So yeah, that's fun. um Okay, so let's get into the actual topic or meat of this episode. So first, I wanted to start with my skincare routine. It's going to be kind of brief because I already have 2 whole episodes on all my skincare knowledge. Go listen to those 2 if you haven't already, by the way. Okay, so my skin is really confusing. I used to have the absolute worst redness and irritation, as well as these tiny bumps that are actually acne but also aren't acne. It's really confusing. Um, there's just like tiny red bumps, so they're considered acne, but it's not like pimples and really bad breakouts and all of that. So it's not really bad acne either. Oh well. And I also have literally the world's dry skin. I'm not even kidding. But that brings me to my first little tip. For good skin, avoid processed sugar. Processed sugar is literally the worst thing you can do for your health, your skin, anything, ever. And that's a promise. Okay, so I used to have the same redness and little bumps, but it was a million times worse than it is now. And then my mom showed me this like YouTube short that she found from an Indian like yoga professional or whatever. And it said that the main cause of little bumps and redness and basically any skin problems that were exactly like mine, there was a photo and it looked exactly like what was on my skin, were from gut inflammation caused by consuming too much sugar. I was also actually sort of overweight by a few pounds, but that was for literally 3 weeks, so it didn't really matter much to me. So from that same moment, that literal same moment, I just stopped consuming any and all processed sugars. Crazy difference. It might actually not have been the best to go from 100 to 0 in overnight. I'm not even kidding, over freaking night. But I had so much motivation. I hated those bumps, and I literally was willing to do at that point anything to make them go away. But crazy results. In a few days, the redness almost fully faded. After 10-ish days, the bumps reduced by 80%. I was really tired for a bit from such a drastic change because you know how sugar just makes you get a false energy hit and then you just crash really fast. So it was just kind of tiring. But 2 weeks in, major increase in energy, so much energy. 1 month later, basically all the little bumps and redness went away, and I lost almost 50 to 20 pounds by that point. 15 to 20 pounds by that point. I kept that habit ever since. Well, sort of. Once again, probably not the best idea to cut it out, as that was such a drastic change. So that's one minor thing I regret. But it's honestly one of the best things you can do for your health at this point. With sugar, it's not just sugar anymore. There's people, companies just put so many preservatives and all kinds of whatnot, and you probably don't even know half of what's in whatever you're eating at this rate. So yeah, honestly, that's one of the best things you can do for your health, because sugar can even cause cancer and so many other things that can be avoided if you just don't eat sugar, you know? And people consume sugar, they feel like, oh well, I can live without chocolate. Honestly, I'm one of those people. I could not live without chocolate. Um but maybe you can, maybe you can live without eating a whole chocolate bar every single day. For me, chocolate is once every few days now, and like I feel like for my fitness and my overall health, cutting out sugar is definitely one of the best changes I have ever made. I can confidently say that it's the best change ever, and it has made so much of an impact on me. I like I can't even begin to express that. But other than that minor detail that I mentioned, I've kept the habit ever since then. And after a while, it gets really easy, because the thing with cutting out sugar is that it makes it physically impossible for you to eat that much sugar anymore. Your body gets used to not eating processed sugar. Um, so let me find an example. You just get used to it. There's literally no other way to explain it. You're gonna feel really tired if you eat even the smallest amount of sugar that would have made you feel fine literally a few weeks ago if you cut out sugar and do semi-drastic change like I did. If you do it that way, then it becomes physically impossible for you to eat sugar. Now I can't eat literally any cereal because it's way too sweet, and I can literally taste the stupid chemicals on it. It tastes absolutely disgusting. I'm not even kidding. And the same goes for some store-bought cakes and things like that, but those are changes for the better. So that's my number one skincare and health tip ever. I still struggle with acne sometimes, but it's a normal thing for people my age, and honestly my skin's clearing up pretty much naturally, and it's also the same for most people listening to this podcast. It's normal to have acne and skin issues, but who said people with acne aren't pretty? Some of my friends have acne and I still think they're really pretty. So keep that in mind. Next, my skincare routine is actually super duper basic. 2 steps, pretty much 99% of the time. I use this Metamix turmeric soap, and turmeric is actually a really great ingredient for your skin, so make sure to add it in your skincare routine at least somewhere, or the other, unless you're allergic to it or some crap like that. But turmeric is really good for hyperpigmentation, which used to be a big problem for me, and it can also help to clear up your skin. I just realized this, by the way. This episode's actually going to be super short. It's probably going to be under 25 minutes, if I'm right. Actually, no, wait, it might be closer to 30, so that's a normal-ish episode, but it's going to be shorter than most of them. So that's just a quick little warning. Anyways, so my skin has really improved ever since I started using turmeric soap. You need to wash your face twice a day. Once in the morning to get rid of any dirt that might have accumulated on your face throughout the night from your face rubbing against your pillow or your bedding or whatever, and then once at night to get rid of all the dirt accumulated from your activities of the day. At the worst point of my skin, I would only wash it once a day because it was so damn dry, and that was in like the middle of the day. But then I got more acne, and then I realized no matter what, you need to wash your face twice a day. And then after that, I use the Cetaphil, I don't even know how to pronounce it, daily moisturizing cream for dry to very dry sensitive skin. This is the only moisturizer that has worked for my level of dry skin, and I have been using this for over 3 years and have no intention on finding a new one, even though this moisturizer has silicones in it. If silicones are a problem for you, I would recommend not using this moisturizer. Also, it's only if you have like the driest skin on the planet. If you don't, then I also wouldn't use this cream, like moisturizer thingy, but because it might like make your skin oily even if it's super dry. So that's it. And rarely in the summer, like only if I go to the pool or the beach or if it's unusually sunny outside, I'll use sunscreen. That's probably not the best for my skin down the line, so I'm trying to like use sunscreen more often. But yeah, that's literally it for skincare. And also on like rare occasions, I do wear makeup. I do wear makeup, like if it's Halloween or like some kind of special party thing, I might wear a bit of makeup. But like when I mean a bit, I mean a literal like tiny bit. I remember from my Halloween costume last year, I was a witch and I wore some blush and I did eyeliner and I did like some brow pencil thing. I don't know. I think my mom did that, and then I put the same eyeliner on my lips to get like black lips. That's my definition of a shit ton of makeup. So like I don't even know what my definition of a little makeup is at this point. Probably like face powder and lip gloss. Yeah, that's literally it. I don't wear makeup. But on the occasions that I do, I also use a cleansing balm. I use the CeraVe hydrating cleansing balm, and it works so well, and you only need the literal tiniest bit. At this rate, this cleansing balm could last me the next 10 years. It depends on if I start using makeup in the future, like a lot more. I don't think I will, because makeup is like horrible, honestly. Like, there's so many negative things that come with using makeup. Like, it makes acne worse, it makes your skin a lot worse, it can irritate your skin. There's potential cancer causing chemicals in makeup, and honestly, sometimes you don't even know what's actually in your makeup. Because a really interesting fact is that there are 3,000 chemicals that are banned in like Europe, and there's only 13 of those chemicals that are banned in the United States. I think it's 13. I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of crazy. So you don't really know what very toxic stuff could be in your makeup because the makeup industry is a very powerful one, and like it's not regulated a lot, I think. I don't really know how to put it, but yeah, they can just like sneak really toxic crap into your skincare. And honestly, there are some chemicals that are in skincare and makeup that they are mixed together, it creates even more like super toxic chemicals, and it's just like super bad. Like there's literally no research on what those chemicals can do to you. So yeah, that's the reason that I avoid makeup. But yeah, it literally just melts the makeup right off your skin, this cleansing balm, and it has some hydrating ingredients in it too, so great for dry skin. Baby oil is also a great alternative to a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil, and I use baby oil to get my makeup off before the cleansing balm, before getting the cleansing balm. I absolutely love it. Quick fix solution. I also use baby oil on my lips sometimes, and this Milani sugar scrub. I don't know where I got the sugar scrub from, but yeah, my mom bought it for me a really long time ago. But the sugar scrub, it smells really good, like vanilla. Yeah, I have no idea where. Oh, and also I'll be linking all the products I mentioned in this episode in the episode description. They might not all be up right away because it's going to take me some time to find the links. Like I always try and put the cheapest things I can find in the description, and I probably should have done that sooner, but you know what? Whoop-de-doo. It'll be fine. I'll get them in at some point. Um, Hopefully soon, but yeah. You want to make sure to take care of your lips in your skincare routine as well because crusty lips look good on literally no one. But super simple skincare routine, oh gosh. Oh, and if you want to, you can also include a lash serum in your nightly skincare routine. Lash serums apparently work really well for lash growth, like growing your lashes out. If you have really long lashes, I would recommend not doing anything at all to them because I have naturally like very long and thick lashes, and they're black because I have black hair. And I don't do anything to them at all. But I wore mascara this one time, and my friend wanted to see me with mascara. We were in my science class. It was really funny, but she wanted to see me with mascara because she had a tiny thing of it in her pencil case. So she put it on me. And then my lashes went really flat for like 2 weeks after that, and I lost a decent amount of them. But honestly, I can lose probably half my lashes and still look fine. But yeah, not the best idea. I swore to never wear mascara like ever again. And if you need to, you can also add a facial scrub into your skincare routine. I don't use a face scrub because it only worsens my acne, and that's also something to consider. Because like I feel like the less I use on my skin, the better it's gone. Like I just have a really long and extensive skincare routine and toners and stuff, but I cut literally everything out to just my turmeric soap and my moisturizer and sometimes and I'm trying to get back on using sunscreen more often. And what else? I don't really use anything else on my face. I mean I do face masks, that's true, but it's like DIY face mask, so it doesn't really count as a skincare product. And this episode is going to be a lot longer than I thought it would because I keep thinking of random things that are not in my list of points. Okay, so yeah. Um, but yeah, I feel like less is better if you have acne. If anyone else out there struggling with acne, definitely use the least amount of products you can possibly use. And DIY face masks are also really great. That's literally all I have to say for acne. But anyway, don't use those like St. Ives face scrubs or really any like facial scrubs with walnut shell pieces or walnut shell powder in the ingredient list, because those face scrubs can actually cause micro tears in your skin, which can inflame it and make it get really bad down the line, and it can lead to like premature aging in your skin and a bunch of other things I don't really know about. All I know is that those are really bad. So avoid those ones. But yeah, that's all on skincare routines and like products I use. Okay. So makeup stuff. I want to talk about that because I feel like that's something that should be included in a beauty routines episode. I don't wear makeup. All of you already know that. I honestly don't really need makeup because like my skin stays mostly clear, and even if it's a bad skin day, it's not like I need to hide it with makeup because it's not even that bad, and makeup will only make it worse. And also, like I think I'm naturally pretty, so yeah. Um, And also when I had really bad like under eye bags, I tried to buy like a foundation or concealer, but I couldn't find something that matches my skin no matter what. Because I have the oddest skin tone ever. It's like brown, tan, orangey kind. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I just made myself. I feel like if you just made myself look like make it sound like I can't speak. I feel like I just made it sound like I look like a freaking Cheeto, but I don't. It's just like a really complex skin tone to buy a foundation for. So that's another reason I don't wear makeup. It's like really hard to find anything that would actually suit me. I honestly don't think makeup is a necessary thing, but if you like wearing makeup and that's something that interests you, and if wearing makeup makes you feel confident, go ahead. You should always do things that make you feel good about yourself. Just be careful not to use too much and to like monitor that and make sure you're not like going crazy overboard with the makeup. On special occasions, I wear eyeliner because it makes my eyes look really pretty and it brightens up my whole face. But that's about 3 or 4 times a year. That's it. I don't need any sort of blush either because, like, I don't know. I feel like blush just makes me look weird. Also, sometimes my cheeks just look naturally like red, pinkish red. Like, it's very subtle though. Plus, I look like a clown if I wear blush. I don't need mascara or lash stuff either, as I said earlier. Just experiment if you like makeup, but know that you're gorgeous regardless. So that was all makeup, and now about hair. I hate talking about my hair. That's just a fact. But I'm gonna talk about it anyway. I have a whole episode on hair care coming up sometime this month. So some people just have multiple different hair types in their life. So my one friend, she used to have pin straight hair, and then it was super curly and crazy, and then it went to wavy straight-ish, and now it's just like sort of wavy. My hair used to be pin straight when I was like 4. It kind of used to look like a bob actually because it was like straight with that like tiny curly thingy at the end, so it kind of looked like a bob, but it wasn't. It also used to be only until like just below my ears. I had super short hair. I remember I would cut it about like every month. And then I had wavy straight hair, but mostly on the straight side until I was like 9 and decided not to cut my hair. Um, I haven't cut my hair since not even my 9th birthday, my 8th birthday. And now it's apparently like curly. So I found I have curly hair maybe like 4 or 5-ish months ago, but until about a month ago, like less than that actually, I didn't actually do any steps towards caring for curly hair. It seemed exhausting and I had no idea what the heck I should do. If anyone out there has any curly hair tips for me, please send them to me. So yeah, that's fun. I have really dry hair too, and I don't know why, because everything else about my hair comes from genetics, because I have very like thick black hair. I get that from my dad, and the length, I think, get that, like having super long hair, that comes from my mom, all of that. But the dry hair thing, that's just an oddball factor. I think it's just external factors, you know? I've been trying to cut off some split ends here and there, and that's been working out pretty well for me. Sometimes I feel like my hair is really pretty and nice, and I absolutely love it. And sometimes it feels like hell having to deal with it because it's also really long, like at my waist. So that's fun. I don't really wear my hair down because of that. Whenever I do, everyone's always like, oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty. I love it. So that's also fun. But I feel like beauty, especially with hair, it's like if you have straight hair, you love curly hair, and that's literally all you want. But anyone who has curly hair literally hates it and wishes they had straight hair. So, products. Okay. So, I use the Function of Beauty curly hair shampoo and conditioner base. So, Function of Beauty is like custom hair care, and if you go onto their website, it's like 27 bucks each for shampoo and conditioner and all that. Kind of pointless, but if you go to Target and get a Function of Beauty thing, you can choose from straight, wavy, curly, or coily hair collection and choose a shampoo and conditioner based on that, and you can just use those by themselves. Or you can get these little booster shots to get like custom hair care to target your hair needs. I love this brand. They also have little extra things like hair mask bases, curl creams, etc. that you can customize with the booster shots as well if you want to do that. I don't use those. I've actually been thinking about buying that curl cream, but I don't know. I use the curl definition, deep conditioning, and anti-frizz booster shots. These ones work really well for me, and there are 10 different ones that you can choose from. So yeah, it's really cheap and amazing hair care, and I definitely recommend that you try it out. That's all I use in terms of products though. Oh, I also use like a scalp scrubber, literally $1 off Shein. I love this, probably one of the best decisions I've made for my hair. You use it when you put shampoo in your hair, and this works so well to help get rid of my dandruff, and it actually makes my hair feel clean as opposed to using my fingers. I also definitely recommend getting one of these. It's super cheap. But yeah, nothing super heavy. Okay, so like, I don't use heat protectant because it makes my hair take like a whole day and then some to dry. Probably not the best. I don't really ever use a hair dryer on my hair either. I use some random Indian hair oils my mom makes me use in the morning that I'm planning to wash my hair, and I leave it on for a minimum of 2 hours. I definitely think that you should use hair oil. You could either buy like a hair oil off Amazon or something like that, or just get a thing of coconut oil and use that. I used to do that until my mom figured out DIY hair oils that worked so much better. No clue what's in that though. So yeah, just a couple of must do things for healthy hair. But yeah, that's it for hair care. Okay, so now shaving stuff. Kind of a tough one. Shaving's really annoying for me. I absolutely hate it. And it's even worse because the black and thick hair helps in some areas like my head and my lashes and my brows, but it's really annoying everywhere else. And razors and shaving shit are expensive. Like everything's expensive these days, but still. I grew through one razor like every 1 to 2 weeks, and I also have like long-ish legs, so that's a fun time when it comes to shaving. But anyways, I have to do it, so I just get it over with like every week. Um, like every week or 2 weeks. But I use the Neutrogena Body Clear Body Wash in pink grapefruit, and I use that one because it has salicylic acid in it, which helps with like the keratosis pilaris I have on my arms, and I don't really have to exfoliate anymore before shaving. Otherwise, exfoliate somewhere or the other before shaving. That's an absolute must. And I use the Skin Timid Raspberry Rain shaving cream. There's a bunch of moisturizing stuff and like vitamin E in it or whatever, but it works really well for my skin. Love it. Just apply it on the area you're shaving. I use the Skin Timid razors. I don't know what they're called, but they're like the yellow and orange ones, and they have some sort of sugar thing in them. And they're like the best razor I've ever tried by a lot. You can also use hair conditioner in a pinch if you need to, but yeah, just exfoliate wherever you're shaving. Apply some shaving cream, and then shave in upward strokes for a really close shave. But if like ingrown hairs are a problem for you, then shave in the direction of the hair growth to prevent that. And also something I just remembered, you don't want to use a razor with more than 4 blades because that can irritate and dry out your skin. That's another thing to keep in mind. But yeah, and then once you're done shaving and you're out of the shower, mix your moisturizer with a bit of baby oil. it gives you extra hydration because my skin is super dry in general and also even drier after shaving. And that baby oil just makes your skin glow, like so glowy and radiant. So another favorite tip of mine, and it just smells good too. Um, this shaving routine I just told you guys works really well though. I don't know much about what you should do if you get ingrown hairs or razor bumps or whatever though, because that's irrelevant to me. So that's something you guys might need to figure out. Don't know smack about that. So yeah, I think this is the last thing, but everything shower routine. I love my everything showers because they're just like really long and relaxing. So if you don't know what an everything shower is, it's basically like a shower where you do all the little things like shaving, exfoliating, washing your hair, like pretty self-explanatory. So the first thing in my everything shower is washing my hair. I wash my hair once or rarely twice a week because sometimes it gets dirty really fast and sometimes it's all dead and super dry. I either shampoo it once if I didn't put oil in my hair beforehand, and use a scalp scrubber too if I did put oil in. I wash my hair with shampoo twice and use the scalp scrubber for both washes, but more aggressively the second time. And then I use conditioner and brush my hair while the conditioner is in it, and then leave it on for like 2 minutes. This helps the conditioner soak in all through your hair and better distributes it in your hair. Another conditioner tip is to wring out as much water as you possibly can from your hair before you put conditioner in it. The water like dilutes the conditioner and makes it less useful on your hair, so wring it out. Rinse the conditioner out and then do the shaving stuff I mentioned previously. After that, I rinse off any excess shaving cream and then I wash my face in the shower with the turmeric soap that I mentioned. Not really a huge everything shower routine compared to those on social media, but it's what I do, and sometimes it just feels good to spend 45 minutes in the shower. And then when you get out, you feel really good and calm and refreshed and honestly kind of tired, but like it feels good. Okay, so that was all I had to say on like my personal beauty routine and the extra stuff that goes along with that. I hope that helps you guys. Once again, shorter episode than normal, but oh well. Now, to end our episode today, I have a quote for you guys from Young M.A. The quote goes, "To me, beauty is natural beauty. If you're naturally yourself, you're beautiful." Bye, guys. Rate, review, follow, and share this podcast. Drink some water, and I love you all.